Welcome back to the Trina Talk Show, where we only speak things real and raw. How are you guys doing? It's been a really long time. I've been away for some time, but I'm going to explain why that is. This is sort of a life update. Things have been happening and life got very real. Not that it's not real, but it got very real for me. So let's get right into it. So from around November till about March, I was quite ill. I was in and out of the hospital. I've come on here and I've said, guys, look after yourselves. It's important to look after your health, and all of that jazz, which still stands. But while I was busy telling you guys what to do, I wasn't necessarily doing it myself. So I was being a little bit of a hypocrite. And, my health took a toll on me. I don't want to specify what exactly was happening, but I was in and out of hospital. During this time that I was ill, I lost some friendships. And it's so funny to me because while I was, praying to get better and, praying for clarification, I also prayed for people to be removed from my life if they weren't for me, if they didn't have my best interest at heart, if they were just using me. And I kid you not, there was a specific week, I think it was about February, where friendships started dropping like flies. And I was grateful for that because it's not everybody who presents to you as a friend that actually wants the best for you. It's very easy to get along with people. It's not a hard thing to do. But maintaining a friendship, a solid friendship, is something that a lot of people cannot do. People are not capable of that. They don't know how to reciprocate energy. And at the same time, they don't know how to respect space. And that's one of my big things in my friendships. Respect my space. Respect my time alone. Don't be too clingy. And there's always somebody who will say, yeah, but you don't like your friends being clingy. But if you had a man, right, listen, if I had a man, I wouldn't want him to be too clingy. I'm an avoidant person. Therefore, I don't like this whole clingy stuff. It's not for me. Of course, I will show you love. I will always show people love. That's something that people know about me, is that I love to reciprocate energy and I love to appreciate people for who they are and for the things that they do. When someone is talented, when someone is putting in work, best believe I am there. I'm supporting them. Even if I don't know them, I do that. But when it comes to me being alone, having Trina time, I love when people can respect that and keep themselves to themselves and let me be to myself. Losing friendships in life is something that has happened throughout my, childhood and now adulthood. And it's something that I've learned to not be mad at. No one is perfect. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm the perfect friend. But what I will say is that me being ill, on top of me trying to deal with my depression, on top of me trying to deal with uni, these are things that will definitely take me away from people. They are things that will definitely make me be isolated. And one thing about me when it comes to my friends, especially when it comes to social media, I'm quite transparent about the things that I go through. So I was very open to my friends about the fact that, I was ill, I was in and out of hospital. I was also very open to my friends about the fact that I needed space and that I wanted to just put my head down and focus on uni. No one's going to see me for a while because I really need to get this done. Anyone who didn't understand that, anyone who just wanted me to themselves, Anyone who didn't respect my time, my space, my energy, my boundaries, they're now gone. And I'm glad that they're gone, because I can't waste the rest of my life pandering to people, even when I want to say no. I can't waste the rest of my life being there for people more than I'm there for myself. And that's something I've done a lot. But I feel like I'm going through this journey where I'm investing into myself more. Not that I don't invest in others, but I need attention too from me. Everyone else gets Trina's attention, everyone. But where's Trina's attention for Trina? Me losing the friendships that I lost, it's sad. I still have love for those people, but they can never try to return to me. They could never try to insert themselves in my life again, because me being down proved everything that I needed to know. Me being down proved that the real people, the true people are going to be there for you no matter what. And the real people have stuck around. I'm still friends with these people. Nobody was bothered about the fact that I wasn't replying for a bit. Nobody was bothered about the fact that I couldn't make it to their birthdays, for example. Some people were, and that's their business. At the end of the day, I'm a grown-ass woman, and I like to be direct about things. So being ill, being depressed, and having a lot of uni work to do is something that will take a toll over your life. I'm telling people this now. If you have people around you who don't respect your boundaries, they don't respect your space, they don't respect the fact that you need alone time to recharge, they think it's an insult, cut them off. Cut them off. That's just my advice. Everyone is different, and I completely understand that. But me, all my friends understand. When Trina needs to be alone, leave her alone. She will get back to us. And it's a part of life. I'm done pandering to people. I'm done trying to be perfect. I'm not perfect. And that just is what it is. Just being alone, being in my own space has helped me to sit in my thoughts and sit in my feelings and allow myself to just be. And I think it's important that people do that. Allow yourself to feel things. Allow yourself to think things through. Allow yourself to be at one with you. Allow yourself to just be. Some people can't just sit in silence because it drives them mad, and I get that. But sit in your energy, sit in your space, and just relax and just think. Think about who you are, where you're meant to be. If you're not there yet, think about how you're going to get there. Because at the end of the day, the people who are supposed to be around you, they will be around you for the right reasons and not the wrong ones. But while you're trying to figure it out, don't lose yourself. Don't ever lose yourself. Remember to do good things for you. Remember to put yourself first if you can. Because life is short, guys. There's no time to be dwelling over rubbish. If people want to walk out of your life, let them. If people want to stay, amazing. If people don't want to support you, great. If people want to support you, amazing. Do what you have to do for you. Be your true, authentic self, and the right people will come to you. I'm not lying when I say this. For a lot of people who grew up in households where it almost seemed like a sin to do good things for yourself, it is a struggle for us. Sometimes I'll buy myself something and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have done that. I don't deserve that. Listen, all this negative self-talk, it needs to go out of the window. You're not going to progress with it. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're not going to progress if you keep talking down on yourself. And I'm sitting here telling you this, but I need to work on it too. No one's perfect, as I've said already, but you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I got my ass up and came to the studio today and recorded this. I hardly slept today. I was up at like 4 or 5 a.m. crying because I felt so down, and I don't understand why I feel down. It's like every time I'm about to do something great, something that will land me somewhere, I all of a sudden start feeling down, like I'm not good enough, like I'm not supposed to do this thing. And it's just some BS. It's just the negative thoughts. And I had to affirm some things, and that feeling went away. So do whatever you need to do to get yourself out of that negative self-talk, whether it's affirmations, meditation, praying to God, whatever it may be, taking a walk, listening to music, listening to a podcast. Do what you have to do to get yourself out of that mindset. Because you're not a bad person. You've been through some things, and that's okay, because in life we go through things. But you are not your pain. You are not your suffering. These are things that have unfortunately just happened. But you can get through this thing called life. And also, as much as I talk about, having my own space and recharging and, having Trina time, I also am able to understand that I need people to do life. Doing life alone feels like shit. So I'm grateful for my friends, and I'm grateful for the people that continue to support me. Even when they see that I'm not putting out content, for example, they continue to check up on me, support me, vice versa. You need people to do this thing called life. No one can do it alone. You can try, but it will be very lonely. Humans were made for humans, and that's just that. We were made for human connection. As I've mentioned before on this channel, I am at university. I'm currently studying psychology, if I haven't mentioned that already. Now, uni has been hard for me. Going back into education as an adult is so much different. Like, I don't have the energy and the stamina that I used to have when I was 18, of course. And sometimes it can be quite hard for me to concentrate. I ended up falling into this very dark place because I wasn't happy about the things that were going on around me. And in doing that, I became extremely depressed. Like, I've been very transparent about the fact that I suffer from depression. I will never shy away from my experiences. Me falling into that pit of darkness made me fall so behind on work. So all I've been doing is trying to stay on task, trying to do my work, trying to do past work, talking to tutors, explaining what happened. And you know what? I pat myself on the back for actually coming out of that dark pit and reaching out to my lecturers and saying, hey, I am severely depressed right now. I have not been to uni. I've not been in classes. I've not been uploading any work, and this is the reason why. If you feel like you're in the pits of hell when it comes to your depression and you can actually speak up for yourself, you're doing great. Even if you can't speak up for yourself, if you feel like BS and you can acknowledge the fact that you feel like that, you're doing great. If you're alive and you're breathing, you're doing great. You're doing amazing. The thing I find most difficult about my studies is literally being in class with other people. I get distracted so easily. And when our lecturers are talking and then you have someone in the corner doing I just find that so irritating and I switch off. But one thing that I've learned is that my style of learning can be a bit different. So I'll go to my lectures, take in what they're saying, not write anything down. And then when we have our break, I'll go to the library and I'll do the lesson again and write everything down. I don't know why I work like that, but it works for me. So I do it. Some of the things that I've been doing to cope with depression and just being at uni and stuff like that, I have been making it a mission to force myself to keep the space around me clean. I do thrive in chaos, but it depends what kind of chaos. I can't be anywhere that's too messy outside of my own space. Like, my mess is my mess and I own it. But if I'm outside of my own space and it's messy, I don't feel great. If I'm in my own space and it's messy, I might start to feel down. So I tidy up to the extent that I can tolerate it if I have to stop. Some of the other things I've been doing is meditation. I've been praying. I read my book of Psalms. And going on walks. I'm actually going on walks to lose the weight because, child, I know a fupa is a fupa, but I don't like it. I don't like it on me. I love it on others, but on me, I'm just like, girl, you gotta lose that. So for me, getting outside of my space and listening to music, being in nature, these are things that help me cope with depression, anxiety, etc. Find something that works for you because it's not a one size fits all situation. For me, walking will help, music will help, but for you, it might be watching your favorite movie. Whatever you feel helps you cope with your depression, as long as it's a positive thing, do it. Don't let anyone stop you. Don't even let the negative thoughts stop you. Just do it. While we're on the topic of uni, something happened to me at university a couple of weeks ago, and I want to briefly talk about it. I was sexually harassed by another student, an older student. Um, I don't I don't want to go into the details of the story, how it happened, how it went down. But it just made me realize the other day that as women, we're actually not safe anywhere. I was at uni talking to another student. Fair enough, a student I don't know. But, the student asked me for help and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll help you find, etc. And it just led to him being highly inappropriate with questions he was asking me. And then he ended up groping me. So I'm still trying to process the whole situation. I haven't reported him yet. I haven't even been to uni since, because we are on holiday right now. But I am planning to report the situation simply because no one should have to do that. No one should have to feel unsafe at uni. And hopefully me reporting him will prevent him from doing the same thing to another person. It's really sad that even at university you can't be safe. With the amount of cameras around, I still don't understand why he would do such a thing. But it's not for me to understand, It happened, I'm processing it, and I will get through it. I know that I will get through it because unfortunately, this isn't the first time I've been in such a situation. When it comes to this whole sexual harassment thing, I see it happen so often in public to younger girls. Younger girls minding their business, going to wherever they're going. An older guy will go up to them, start talking to them, and they go off with them. I literally witnessed this a couple days ago in Canary Wharf. And honestly, I had to try and assess the situation and see whether I could step in or not. there are some situations where you can't even step in because the other person is hard-headed. It's not their fault that they're hard-headed. But I just want you younger girls to know the grass is not always greener on the other side. It's not always greener. Yes, he's older. He drives a nice car. He's got money. I understand because I was you. I was you at a very, very young age. But it doesn't always go well. And I understand that the internet has a lot of influence on these kind of situations, social media. But just because it works for one babe, two babes, however many babes, doesn't mean it will work for you. When you're out and about and you see these older weirdos approach you, ignore them if you can. If you can't, try to make eye contact with someone like me. When I say someone like me, I was literally getting up and walking around and staying around the area and watching them. I know it looks creepy and I know it's a lot to just go up to someone, but if someone is harassing you on the street, try to go up to someone, preferably a woman, and just be like, hey girl, and then whisper, this man is following me, blah, blah, blah. And then, we'll go from there. I'll go where you go. I'll take you to where you're going. No one looks out for women, it seems like. Sometimes other women don't look out for women. So I understand why people would not want to go up to a stranger and be like, hey, I'm being harassed. Could you help me? But let's say 7 times out of 10, there will be someone like me who will definitely help you, who will take you to where you're going, because it's getting out of hand. Honestly, you older men that keep harassing younger girls, I need you to have shame. It's one of those things where I'm going to just start calling it out publicly. If I see it, I'm going to call it out because no one else is doing it. People will witness these things on the train, on the bus. They will witness men exposing themselves to young girls and children, and they won't say a thing. I'm the person that will say something because it's disgusting. And until people start shaming these weirdos, nothing will be changed. So be that change. A girl comes up to you because she's shaken up, because this man's following her. As much as you may be scared yourself, just go with her. If you need to walk to a police station, do that. If you need to call her an Uber, do that and put yourself in an Uber too. But we need to just start protecting each other because no one is protecting us. The police don't care. Other men don't care. It's coming like nobody cares. So we need to look out for each other because it's getting out of hand. I'm tired of witnessing this thing. The young girl will now feel pressured to go off with this older guy because she doesn't think she can get out of that situation. And it's a horrible situation to be in. Who knows where you're going to end up? I said this on my Instagram the other day, the same day I saw this incident. I said, you never know. You never know where you could end up. You could end up in the River Thames tonight. And it's the truth. Please don't ever feel pressure to go off with a stranger that you don't know simply because he complimented the way that you look and asked for your number and tells you he's old and he has money and he drives a nice car. That doesn't mean anything. And I know it sounds quite cliche, but there will be a point where you get to a certain age and you'll be like, you know what? This person was right. That person was right. I hate to admit it, but my mother was right that one time because I've gotten to that age. And some of the things that my mum was telling me, I will never tell her you were right, mum, but she was right. Please listen. It's not a thing of, oh, these older girls are trying to hate on us, because I see that a lot. I ain't hating on you, boo. I want you to be safe. I want you to do good things, great things. Please don't take in what these men are telling you, because at the end of the day, it's only one thing they want. And of course, they can go anywhere to find it. But the weirdos prey on younger women, younger girls. So please do yourself a favor and don't pay attention to these men. They don't have your best interest at heart. I'm telling you that now. Ran over. We're coming to the end of the video now, and I just want to make a few announcements. The trajectory of this channel is changing. A lot of you are convinced that it's just a channel about health. It is not about health. I want to make that clear. This channel is for anybody who wants to come on and tell their story. If you want to share your story with the world, you want to open people's eyes, you want to give a boost of confidence to people that have been through or are going through what you're going through or what you've been through, you're welcome to come on. All you have to do is shoot me an email or a DM. There's a new segment coming to this channel, and I want you to pay close attention to what that is. It's called What Would Trina Do? And, you know, you send in your dilemma. You can either email me, you can DM me on Instagram at the Trina Talks Show or at the TT Show. I'm not sure right now. My brain is a bit foggy, but it will be somewhere on the screen. I will tell you what Trina would do first. Then I'll give you the more sensible answer as to what you should do. I look forward to seeing your dilemmas. I'm a bit scared, but I'll try to give you the best advice. And also, if there's anyone you want to see on my channel, please tell me. I've had a couple of people DM me saying, oh, I would love to see you talk to so-and-so. Tell me about it. Tell them about it. Let's get in contact. I want to thank every single person who has been supportive, who has shown me love. I am so appreciative for every single one of you. I say it every video, but it's the truth, because I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't have a reason to carry on. I mean, I have my reason, but people watching me makes it so much better, of course. And before I go, I just want to leave you with this. You are so worthy of being alive. You're destined for greatness. You're amazing. You're loving. You're caring. You are loved. Even when you think you're not loved, you're loved. In your down times, your up times, your middle times, you are loved. And there are so many reasons for you to be alive. There are so many good reasons for you to carry on and experience this thing called life. Make those memories. Love on those people. Don't be scared to share your emotions, because that's what makes us human. It's okay to cry. Crying is a form of releasing energy. It's okay to dance it out. It's okay to shake it out, you know? But just take care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, who's going to take care of you? Really and truly think about it. If you don't take care of you, who will take care of you? Who will do the things that you're supposed to do? Who will take up your calling? No one. So take care of you. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you in the next one.